Sarah Brightman is the world's best-selling soprano, having sold more than 30 million albums worldwide over the course of her 40-year career. Brightman has accomplished it all as a performer, but is there anything else on her bucket list? FTV reporter Stephany Yang sat down with Brightman for an exclusive interview to find out what inspires her and what other dreams she has for her career and personal life.
This is Sarah Brightman, the world's biggest-selling soprano. She rose to fame by playing Christine Daae in the musical The Phantom of the Opera and singing Time to Say Goodbye with Andrea Bocelli. Over the course of her 40-year career, Brightman has sold more than 30 million albums worldwide and won awards in over 40 countries. Sitting right next to me is Sarah Brightman. Over the course of her career, she's won music awards in over 40 countries. Welcome to Taiwan, Sarah.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be back here, actually.
After 5 years, she's back in Taiwan for 4 Christmas-themed concerts in Kaohsiung, Taichung, Taipei, and Pingdong.
It's a show that is full of pieces of music, Christmas music that everybody knows all over the world. It's also got some of my hits, which obviously my sort of pure fans want to hear, but we've given them a Christmas twist, and a lot of beautiful costumes, beautiful choir, beautiful orchestra, and amazing lighting, and it's just a very heartwarming, emotional show. I have been coming to Taiwan really since the mid-90s, and I remember first coming here because the Taiwanese, people here that got to know my music, they were really enjoying an album I did all those years back called Dive, and it was a new experience for me, and it was an incredible experience because I love the city, I love the food. I was first taken out to an amazing dumpling house, and so that was my first experience there. And everybody was so friendly, and there was a lovely feeling of freedom here, which I loved. And a lot of people were speaking English, so I felt very, very happy in this country, in this beautiful island.
Is the world's biggest-selling soprano. She started her career when she was just 11 years old. She pioneered the classical crossover music movement and is famous for having a vocal range of over 3 octaves. She's also the only artist to have topped both the classical music charts and the Billboard dance charts. She says that traveling has inspired her music and still inspires her today.
I've always had, my taste in music has always been quite eclectic, and I think that's probably why, although I trained as a classical singer, I didn't feel that the opera house would necessarily be the right place for me. So I started to experiment with music, and I think through that experimentation and working in all the genres that I had trained in, they fused together. So I created a fusion, really, of classical pop. I think the world has inspired me. I've been a great traveller through my life, even from being very young. As soon as I was able to afford a train ticket, an aeroplane ticket, I was on those to go and witness and try and understand the world, and at a deeper level.
Sarah has another lifelong dream, which is singing in space. After months of training for 16 hours a day at Star City near Moscow, she planned to sing from the International Space Station in 2015. However, she later canceled the trip due to personal reasons. She said that although she didn't go, she learned many valuable lessons through training, and that it allowed her to step out of her comfort zone. She hopes to inspire others to pursue their own dreams.
Use space more, though, for the protection of our planet. I think that the more we can do out there just to protect here is the most important thing about space. The training is hard, especially if you do it in the Russian way, which I did. I went to Russian to Star City, and I trained there. And it was tough because I was doing a lot of it in another language, and you exceed anything that you could ever believe that you can do, and that's what was so good about it. I learned a huge amount about actually what my strengths were and how strong I could be as a human being, and I think if everybody could have this kind of training, it would be a great one, because then they stop feeling fearful of anything.
Brightman says her future goals consist of composing more songs and continuing to delight her fans from all around the world.
Hello, everybody. Well, actually, I'm going to say xie xie to you.
FTV reporter Stephany Yang and Lu Bocong in Taipei.